Hello traders, welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to show you how to analyze the market movement. So let's start. This is AUD USD and the trend is uptrend. So let's start now. Okay, so right now I'm going to place put option. So I need to wait. Okay, so I'm going to, okay, the sellers entered. So I'm going to place put option because the sellers entered at the last second. I place put option here. I know that the sellers want to go down. I was expecting to see a bullish candle here to still go with sellers because we have the 4 bullish candle, we have the 3 bullish candle, then 2 bullish candle. This tells us that the momentum of buyers is reducing. Now I was expecting to see a bullish candle here to complete the movement decreasing. Now I saw the seller's entry, and if you observe here, we have the seller's entry, we have the seller's entry. So it means that the sellers are very strong here. Now they are weak. Now they are very strong at this time. That means the sellers again will enter on the next candle. So that's why I place put option. Okay, so I don't know what is happening here. I'm seeing 2 doji candlestick, so it's not good to place trade there. Okay, here I'm seeing a bearish movement. I'm seeing a bearish movement, and if you observe here, okay, it will be a late entry if I place my trade here. So I'll wait for the next candle. If you observe here, this is the next buyer's level. This is the next buyer's level. Okay, so and this strong candle is heading to the, you can see they got rejected from buyers on this level. Okay, they got rejected from buyers on this level. So and you can see the seller's entry, seller's entry, seller's entry, seller's entry. So at this time the buyers will enter, but it should close at this level, not far above. Okay, so I'm going to place put option. I place put option because it's still far from the buyer's level where it was rejected. It's still far from this level because this is the buyer's level. Because buyers entered here, buyers entered here, buyers entered, buyers entered. Now, when this candle touched the buyer's level, it was rejected back. So, and it closed here. It's still far from the buyer's level where it was rejected. And we can see the seller's movement. So the next candle will be bearish. So that's why I place put option. Okay, let's see this. Maybe it's still the same. So it's not good to place trade here. Okay, we can see the seller's entry. We can also see some rejections from buyers. So I'm going to place call option. I place call option here because if you observe the market, we have the sellers, buyers, the sellers again, buyers, the sellers, buyers, now the sellers, buyers. Now again we can see the small ranging market. The market is still going down, and if you observe here, we have the buyers level here, the buyers level. So on this level we can see some rejections from buyers. That means the next candle will be bullish. So that's why I place call option. Okay, so the next candle here will be bullish. You can see there's quick rejection from sellers, I think from this level or from this rejection area. Okay, okay, so right now I'm going to place, okay, here. Okay, so I'll wait for the next candle. It will be a late entry if I place my trade here because I'm seeing a, okay, if you look at this pattern, we have the level, the sellers cross it, buyers entered again. We have the level, sellers cross it again, buyers entered again. We have the level, buyers cross it, buyers entered again. We have the next level, which is here. Then buyers stop at the level, and I saw a quick sellers entry. So at this time, it means that the sellers want to go more down to this level. Okay. So let's see if it closes as bullish candle, bearish candle. So I'm going to place put option. I place put option here because the next buyer's entry is here. That means the sellers will now enter and continue to this level. Okay, so the sellers will form a bearish candle and continue to this level because we can see the 1-2 move. The 1-2 move is that if sellers will continue, if sellers continue to this level, the buyers again will enter. If sellers should continue to this level, the buyers again will enter on the next candle, then touch this level, then bounce back, then before start shooting up. Okay, so that's what will happen here. So that's why I place put option. Okay, here the market is still not good, so I need to see, I need to place one more trade. Here the market is still not good, so it's not good to place trade here. I'm going to place put option again. I place put option. Oh, this is late entry. This would be a losing trade for me because it's at the buyer's level. The buyers will reject them now because this is the buyer's level. So this would be a losing trade. Okay. So I place put option because this is the next level that the sellers will touch before the buyers enter. But because of my entry, I may lose this trade. So let's see what will happen. Okay, very good. Oh shit. Okay, very good. I won this trade. So right now I have taken 5 trades with candlestick or with market analysis. The first trade I took was because of the buyer's behavior and the seller's behavior. You can see that the buyers entered here. The buyers. The momentum of buyers decrease. The momentum of sellers increase. But this is just a fake retracement. Now you can see the sellers again enter. That means the sellers want to continue this momentum. So that's why I place put option. And here I place put option because this is the next buyer's level. We can see the strong sellers entry. This is the next buyer's level. So buyers entered here, buyers entered here, buyers entered here. So the sellers will continue to this level. So that's why I place put option. I place call option because of the buyer's level here. The buyer's level in this direction, like this. Because of the buyer's level in this direction. And we can also see rejection from buyers, so the next candle will be bullish. And I place put option here because still the market will reach this level before the buyers enter. So that's why I place put option. This is the level the market is heading to. That means the sellers will continue to this level. So that's why I place put option here. And again I place put option. It was my lucky that I won this trade. So I wanted to place my trade here because of fast momentum and late entry. So I was analyzing the market before the sellers make a move, but I still won the trade. Okay, you can see it closed a little bit below my entry. So I placed put option because this is the buyer's level. You can see that when the market touched the level, the buyers entered. Don't ever count this as a breakout and say you want to go with sellers again. You should follow what the market is doing. This is the buyer's level. So you should expect that once the sellers touch the level, the buyers will enter. Even though a strong bearish candle like this touch the level, once the level is being touched, the buyers will enter on the next candle. So you should always observe the market behavior before you place your trade. Okay, so I have taken 5 trades, 5 ITM. Okay, if you like my video, like, share and subscribe. Thank you.